This is Bethany from the Everyday Army Wife. If this is your first time to my channel, we are a military family that is currently stationed in South Korea. And my channel is all about the adventures we have while we're doing here and hopefully making future families transition to this country a little easier by our mistakes and adventures. So today we are up in Seoul and we are going to iPark, which is a huge mall, and it has a really big kids cafe called Champion in it. And I think we are actually officially here. So this is what it looks like around. And I think that big building right there is the iPark, because that is Yongsan Station. And I think, if I did my research right, I think iPark is attached to Yongsan Station. So, anyways, we're gonna go in and do a quick little tour of the kids cafe and kind of show what is all inside this mall. Okay, so we are actually here right on the outside, but I wanted to take a quick second. We actually drove up. So we drove up and we parked on Yongsan base and then walked here. And it is literally, I don't know, maybe a 7-minute walk. So it's definitely not very bad at all of a walk. And we parked on base because it was free and we didn't have to try and find parking. But here is the entrance. Look how big that is. Pretty cool, and it goes all the way up. Yep. So there it is. If you are ever coming and you're trying to figure out where the kid stuff is, it's on the 6th floor. So we just came up. The really cool thing about South Korea is everything is kid oriented and you can touch them. Yes, you can touch them. Look. So here is Playmobil section, and they have Playmobil out for the kids to actually play with and entertain themselves with. And malls are set up different. So like there's your Nintendo Switch section. Everything's over there is Nintendo. Everything in that corner is Lego. Everything here is Playmobil. And then everything over here is the Molang. So like everything is in sections. So the entire mall is like that. So you will have a camera floor. And we just came from there. That's where we came up the stairs into the 3rd floor, and the whole floor is nothing but cameras. And so the 6th floor is nothing but kids floor. So kids, I don't know if there's clothes up here, but the kids park is here, and then toys are up here, and there might be clothes on the other section. Yes, there is clothes on the other section. Just know, if you come to iPark, there's 2 sections, and the living park side is where Champion is. And here it comes. Like, this behind me is the tunnel up into Champion. So here we come up into Champion.
Look, there's a werewolf.
And then there's a big virtual reality zone on the left side where you can pay to get things. So, but today, yes, we are doing the kids park, and hopefully we'll go in and kind of show you guys around the inside of it. It is 20,000 won per child for a 2-hour segment. You can stay with your kids, which is an additional fee. I think it's 5,000 won per adult if you want to stay with them. Or you can drop them and go. I don't know how old they all have to be. My youngest is 4 and he can stay by himself. All right, so we paid, and they get little stickers on their backs. And then they come in, they got to take their shoes off. And then they also take temperature, but I missed it. They make sure that no kids are sick when they come in. So that's really nice. They are really good about making sure that it's very clean. And they've got obstacle courses and a big rock wall. And then the zip line up top. And they have employees at every station. So like the kids don't ever do this by themselves. They go up and then they go across the zip line there to the other side and come down. And then the huge net. And the ballroom where they can go in and jump on the balls and push the balls through the net. And then you've got the kids have to jump, and then the guy in the back's pedaling it. So they think that's really cool.
김시호
And then-
어린이, 김유미, 김시호 어린이 신발장 앞으로 나올게요. 엄마 오셨어요.
And then here's, just a minute, buddy. I don't know. Huge ball pit area and maze area. Like, oh my. And then you can come back in this area. And they've got like a digging area to play and a store area and a little kids maze. And then it looks like they have little boy and girl bathrooms, which is cool. So yeah, my kids, this is, oh, and I didn't even check it out. Look, there's a trampoline up top. So this is my kids, like one of their all-time favorite kid parks. This will be our, I think our third or fourth time coming here, and they absolutely love it. So it is definitely highly recommended. Your kids can also come and get snacks while you're here. You just have to approve it on the check-in process. We're in the iPark. It is so English oriented. I'm very impressed. So like a lot of the stuff is in Korean, but everything, if you just take a second and look, a lot of stuff is in English too. So we're on the 5th floor and there's this big iPark screen. And down here in the bottom, you click the English button and here's the floor guide. So remember at the beginning, I said, make sure, oh, look, I moved back. I said, make sure you know where you drop your kids off. So we are in the Living Park area, and there's 3 parks within this one building. So Fashion Park, Taste Park, and Living Park, and they all have their own floors. And you can see that there's 10 floors to each one of these parks. And so, like here, the 6th floor, this is where the kids cafe is, up here. I think it's up here. No, Nintendo. So it's over here, actually. But you can figure out what you want based on food, like you can click restaurants or food guide, parking, and like you can really figure out what's on here. But I mean, there's so much to see here. We've been here 3 times and we have yet to see it all. This place, I mean, each floor is humongous. So definitely use the guides as your navigator and just kind of have fun with it. Like I said, there's so much. I mean, this whole floor we're on is just electronics, and there is just like a booth for computers, a booth for monitors, a booth for accessories, a booth just for Apple, a booth for Fujifilm. So like each floor is a themed floor within the Living Park. And so Taste Park, as you can guess, is full of food. And so you just go and search within Taste Park food as well. We're not going up there today, but there is a humongous movie theater here, and it is really cool. You can they have like eggs in the movie theater so that it's just you, and like if you're going on a date, it would be you and your spouse in this egg, and you don't have to be distracted by everybody else. And they have like a bunch of different movie theaters, and it's cheap, and you can bring your own food. Like they do not care if you want to go over to the Taste Park and get food and bring it into the movie theater. Like I've seen people carry their own 6-pack of beer and a bucket of chicken into the movie theater. So it's very laid back here, and everything is super, super clean. Like all their displays are clean, all their bathrooms are clean, all of the like main walkway areas are clean. So it's definitely a lot of fun. It was quite a trip. So it took us about an hour and a half from Osan to come up here. And so we have done it on the bus that is paid, and we have only gone up to Suwon from Osan on the train. And I don't know if I would do it on the train with my little ones, just because it would be over a 2-hour train ride. And that's a lot for them, especially since here you need to keep your kids quiet. That's kind of the custom and courtesies on the public trans, and Koreans are not above scolding your children if they get loud. So we just like to drive as far as we can so that the kids can relax in the back seat, they can have space to spread out. And so like I said, we parked on Yongsan, and then we walk, or we'll take public trans from there. Public trans is very cheap, but it's very full. So anyways, I am going to go look at some computers because they have a bunch of old MacBook Pros that are interesting. So I hope you like this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button to see where we go next weekend.